Uh, are we waiting for more people, or can we start?
We can wait for 5 minutes to join.
Yeah, wait, Kata, then
Yeah.
we'll start. So we'll start in 2 minutes. I think we can start now. First of all, I would like to thank you for joining this webinar. Let me introduce myself. My name is Vishwamohan. I'm part of AWS business development team. And on the call, I have Bubai Bal, who is AWS solution architect. And from HabileLabs side, we have Shahid Khan. Over to Bubai. Please take over.
Hey, thanks a lot, Vishwa, and very warm welcome to everybody on the call today. Uh, so this webinar will talk about mostly on AWS point of view, and I hear that most of you are from a travel background. So I will keep my contents relatively closer to the travel industry, travel and hospitality industry, and how this industry is leveraging AWS today and getting benefits out of it. So with that, I will start and sharing my content over here. Just a minute. Give me a second. Vishwa, can you just confirm if you're able to see my screen? Hello? Anybody? Vishwa, Ruchika?
Visible,
We can see
visible.
it, Bubai. We can see it.
Great. Thank you very much. And yeah, so let's start with the session today. As I told you, this session is mostly covering the travel and hospitality and how they are getting benefits out of AWS. So with that, we'll first take a look at different trends and challenges that travel industry actually faces and how AWS helps in overcoming those challenges. But with that, we'll just show you a small video on how AWS.
Travel and hospitality companies have always innovated through disruption. And that is especially true
I would say
today.
how travel industry is actually working on AWS.
AWS is proud to help companies innovate and build resiliency in the face of a rapidly changing market. Leading travel and hospitality companies of every segment and size are transforming their business by leveraging AWS services to enhance customer experiences and improve operational efficiency. AWS offers the most services, deepest capabilities, and fastest rate of innovation in the cloud. This is helping companies do things like rapidly develop solutions, like contactless check-in kiosks to meet new health and safety standards, handle increased customer call volume and complexity with ease and efficiency, and take advantage of AWS Cloud's elasticity to save significant costs by linking IT expenses more closely to demand. AWS is helping companies experiencing surges in demand scale to reach new customers in new markets and in new ways. Use data and analytics and machine learning to analyze shifting consumer trends to create new services and drive demand, and smoothly transition to remote work so they can continue to provide unforgettable hospitality. Big challenges bring about big innovation, and travel and hospitality companies are transforming their business in ways that will forever impact and improve the way we fly, stay, eat, and experience our world. Find out how AWS is helping travel and hospitality companies build resiliency and innovate for what's next.
So as you have seen, AWS is the place for most of the travel industry biggies, the big customers who have adopted AWS at a very early life, and they have scaled their business to long time. And this is why AWS is how travel and hospitality industry is now transforming. So we have seen a massive changes with different kinds of digital experiences in this travel industry, and this is where they are leveraging the power of AWS to bring in all these kinds of new features and experiences on their platform. Having said that, we take about some key trends that we see in the travel industry is mostly taking into considerations is the cost savings is primary factor of their running day-to-day operations. They need to do cost savings a lot. Then uh, we have seen a lot of travel industries have started burning on cloud. They are taking the advantage of cloud, and they have been doing a lot of digital transformations. And this is where the in the industries or the travel companies who have not yet adopted cloud is facing a stiff challenges from their younger rivals. Then the travel industry has to optimize and automate a lot of processes. They need to find ways to make ways simpler, give better customer experiences, automate a lot of things. So this is where lots of current travel industry fails when they don't adopt the newer challenges or the newer platforms. Then coming to the customer experiences. So customer experience is a paramount for any travel industries. So this is where the most business comes from for any travel industry. So they have to have a better customer experiences. Then comes a most important factor is security and data. Travel industry is also like fintechs. They face a lot of compliances regulations from the governments. So security and data is a paramount for them. The applications has to have secure, because they are the ones they are actually targeted by attackers a lot. So their application have to be secure, the data has to be secure and follow the GDPR compliances. And sustainability, as we all know that a lot of governments across the world are looking for sustainable companies, sustainable organizations. So the travel industry is one such area where sustainability acts a lot. So governments also has a big affinity towards those companies who shows some sustainability efforts in them. So having said that, these are the most key challenges that we have seen in the travel industries across the globe. Now, the companies which, or the travel companies which do not adopt the cloud, they kind of have to face those challenges. But compared to one who has done a digital transformation, and they have seen kind of a biggest cloud transformation, biggest cloud benefits. Like 58% of them allows the business to be more flexible once adopting the cloud. The 54% of them making it the cloud, making the businesses more scalable. 49% of them can enhance their customer experiences. They get better data privacy and security. So as this list goes and on and on. So this list is not actually compiled by AWS. This list is actually compiled by Skift, which is a travel news company, and they do regular survey on different travel industries or different travel companies, and they bring out this kind of reports every day to day. So as I'm talking about AWS, so AWS is actually a homeland of a lot of travel biggies, as you can see, whether it call it Airbnb, Domino's, AirAsia, Hyatt, McDonald's. They they have moved all in cloud today, and they are running their applications, they are running their businesses more efficiently than they were running while in their on premises. So having said that, AWS has provided a relief to the travel industry during the pandemics, as well as during the COVID-19, then when entire world came to stop. So AWS is the place where the travel industry were able to still run their businesses without impacting much of their operations or applications. They were able to execute at 100% capacity. And this is a proud factor for AWS as well, that they were able to lift the travel industry out of the debt crisis, even though the world had stopped operating mostly at that point of time. And that is where it resulted in helping a lot of customers in the travel industry moving all into AWS. Whether you talk about Korean Airlines or Expedia, Western Hotels, Star Alliance, they have moved all into AWS, citing the benefits they have got during the pandemics, and also the digital experiences they can bring to the customers. Having said that, we have to understand why AWS for travel. So that's very important today. So before understanding why AWS for travel, you have to understand why cloud. What is cloud? What do we get from the cloud? So talking about in very simple terms, what is cloud? So cloud is just as on-demand delivery of IT services via internet in a pay-as-you-go pricing. which means like you don't have you. For example, if I give you a very simple example, you have a switch in your bedroom. When you on the switch, the light or the fan goes on. When you off the switch, it goes off. So you are paying for only the amount of time your fans or lights are actually working. So that's what the cloud computing is. So you get IT resources over the internet, and you only pay for the amount of time those IT resources are up and running. So it's a pay-you-go pricing. But what it brings in with this, it brings in agility. Like today, you don't have to plan in ahead. How many resources do you need? So you can keep on provisioning hundreds of resources as much as whenever you need it, and you can deprovision it whenever you don't. It gives you an flexibility of cost savings. So you keep on optimizing the costs. You keep on optimizing IT costs. You can keep on deprovisioning those servers which you don't need anymore, and you stop paying for that. You sunset the applications which you don't need anymore, and you stop paying for that. It gives you elasticity in the time of high traffic, because travel industry is the kind of an applications where you have very high traffic during the festive season or holiday seasons. So you have to meet those kind of traffics at that point of time. So this cloud gives you that kind of elasticity to scale up to any limit at that point of time, and scale down when the traffic goes off. And what it brings in the table is like, you don't have to worry about the infrastructure. The infrastructure is taken care of by the cloud. What you do is like, you worry about you take your you put your more focus on innovations in your businesses. What more feature sets that you can provide into an applications, so you can innovate at very high speed in cloud today. And moreover, uh, travel industry is the one which needs global reach today. It cannot be confined to a one single territory or one single country. So moving the applications, moving the businesses globally is very fast, because we have our infrastructures, our data centers available across the globe. And today, if you want to move out of one territory to and expand it to other territories across the globe, it's just a matter of minutes, where you can deploy your applications into those territories and start accepting the request from the customers. So this is where actually the cloud actually brings in the real value for your industry today. But having said that, what's after moving to the cloud? What do you get? Okay, these are this agility, scalability is all good, but what additional benefits you get? You get to modernize your applications. You get to add more feature sets. Then you get to add next generations of artificial intelligence, machine learning. You get to get meaningful insights from your data at scale. You are not only confined to only certain virtual servers, such as certain networks, certain kind of configurations in the data centers. Now you're breaking those barriers and expanding to a new horizon. You can consume more technologies. You can bring in more technological flavors to your applications and get better experiences. I would say, give better experiences to the customers. But why AWS? Having said that, so as we have spoken earlier as well, like in AWS is the homeland of most of the travel companies today, in which are operating globally today. So having said that, well, let me give you a brief of what Amazon Web Services is all about, and why AWS is the right fit for you. So as you might know, Amazon started is e-commerce application, which is still today available, where you can buy a lot of products. But back in 90s or late 90s, they were only selling books at the time in that app. But then uh, they had to build those data centers to support that app. But then their business grew unprecedentedly, and they had to scale their data centers. They had to build lot of data centers to scale their businesses. Now, with what that has given them an experience, the experience of handling the data centers for large businesses at huge scale. And this is where our ex-CEO Jeff Bezos has thought on these lines, that why not I use experiences that we have got to help other businesses across the world to scale up. So this is where the from the brainchild, the Amazon Web Services was born. It is like providing services across the web and that is where Amazon Web Services. Now, what sets AWS apart? So, as I have spoken about the experience, we have got experience of managing cloud right from 2006, because we are the pioneers of the cloud. We have got more than 250 services, which is most among any cloud providers today, which is globally available. What it gives you a rapid pace of innovations. So you can use those services and you can innovate much faster than you are running in on premises. Talking about reach of your application. So we have our data centers in 36 regions, 114 availability zones, and 700 point of presence. So what this gives is like it gives you a complete platform of operating at different data centers globally in same time. And we have a pricing philosophy of reducing 79 times proactive price reductions till date. But apart from that, we also have a huge ecosystems of system integrators and partners like HabileLabs we have today here, who can help you to build the applications, who can help you to move your applications to the cloud, who can help you integrate the different digital experiences, new feature sets from cloud into your applications, and may give you a complete different plethora of connected services, digital services for your customers. Before moving into AWS, you have to understand the global infrastructure design of AWS. From the left of the side, you can see the what a data center typically looks like. So the data center is a building with a separate net cooling, power, networking. They have different racks, servers, everything in one setup of a building. So once the cluster of those buildings, like 3 to 4 buildings form a one cluster, the 3 or more buildings form a one cluster. So that cluster of building is for us is a availability zone. So for us, when we design a global data center, what we do is like we select specific regions. So regions are some specific areas in countries, like in India we have in Mumbai and Hyderabad. And so in Mumbai, what we do, we start building the data centers. So in Mumbai, what we created is like we created availability zones. So in each region, we will have these availability zones. So each availability zone is a collection of 3 to 4 data center buildings. And each region will have more than 3 availability zones. And each availability zone is separated by distance of 100 kilometers apart. So that is where you see the complete high availability design. Even if your applications running in one availability zone has gone down, there is another application running 100 kilometers apart, which is still running and serving the traffic for your customers. So that is why we have most resilient, durable, and highly available global infrastructure compared to any cloud vendor today. So coming down to the services of the AWS, so AWS started its services with these 5 core services: compute, storage, database, network, and security. So compute being the virtual server, storage being the where you can store your files, data. Database is specifically the storing of your data. Networking is how you do the networking and um, create those networking protocols across those applications. And security is like taking care of all the security configurations and protocols to help secure your data and applications. So we started with these 5 core areas, and then we built more than 250 services today. So we have broadest and deepest platform of services, which can be categorized, which is actually categorized into different segments, whether it is compute, analytics, artificial intelligence, blockchain, Internet of Things, IoT, game tech, hybrid architectures, media services, mobiles. So there are a lot of segments that we have created, and this is the huge and most services provided by any cloud vendor today. And due to this availability of services and due to this lever of reducing the cost, Star Alliance has moved their entire workloads, which is the world's largest alliance, on AWS. Why? Due to the impact of COVID-19, they had to cut down the cost. And moving to AWS, they have achieved 30% of cost reductions compared to their on-premise server. Same goes with Airbnb as well. So Airbnb today has moved completely to AWS cloud, and they are running 200 virtual servers, which we call as EC2, during their peak time to actually help traffic from across the globe to run their businesses. And this is a one small line from their co-founder and CTO. Like, AWS is the easy answer for any internet business that wants to scale to the next level, because they were able to achieve that next level of scalability by moving entirely on AWS. Now let's take a look how you can innovate with AWS today. So with AWS, what are the solutions that you can bring in a travel industry? So you can do inbound and outbound engagements. You can do proactive. You can send proactive notifications, reactive notifications to your users, like campaign marketings, messagings. You can also build solutions around real-time inquiries about the customers. So how you can do that? AWS provides services for all the outbound and inbound channels, whether you call it Amazon Pinpoint, Connect, Lex, SES, SNS. So these all services will help you build those outbound and inbound channels with very low code uh, and minimal coding effort required from your application or your development point of view, because majority of code is actually done in those services. You only integrate these services with your application and start using these features. You can build a complete data platform for travel industry where you can identify the entire customer journey. You can drive a complete seamless connected customer experiences. You can create different productive marketing campaigns and different customer experiences. You can do forecasting, sales, demands, what kind of offers or products launches should be more feasible for your kind of customers. You can get all these insights once you build this entire data platform on AWS. And AWS provides a complete, robust and have services to build that entire data platform with this plethora of services that you can see on the screen today. Uh, so these services are completely managed. These are highly durable, highly available, secure, compliant. These are much faster fast gives you high performance, uh, and it also helps you to tier your cost effectively. You can also build different kinds of customer experiences, and you increase your operational efficiencies as well. So customer experiences, as in, like, you can build very personalized customer experience based on the customer choice, customer needs, what a customer wants. You can uh, build your application to showcase your products or your offers according to the customer choices. And what you can use to do that, you can use Amazon Personalize to do that, because it's personalized is a completely machine learning driven artificial intelligence service, which can create personalized ads, marketing campaigns. It can give you recommendations, everything which you can personalize for your customers, so that they feel more connected to your businesses today. And that's why we have seen Subway using Amazon Personalize to quickly identify the guest experiences and identify what kind of ingredients or sauces or vegetables this guest would have been liking from the past. And they started giving this kind of experience to those guests who has lesser time to stand and given instructions to make the complete sandwich. So they use this kind of information, use personalized to completely give a personalized sandwich experiences to the guests. Then coming to connected expertise. So as the customers pass in through different checkpoints, whether it's hotel check-in, check-out, airport check-in, train station check-in, check-out. So you can use all these informations. You can create a connected information from all these checkpoints, and use this information for your customer to give the better experiences uh, by using Amazon recognitions, which can do image analysis, video analysis at different check-in and checkpoints to identify, well, which customer is it, what is the customer history, what is the customer where they have checked in last 1 month, where they have checked out in last 1 month, where they have visited, which areas they have gone, which stores they have visited, to get more insights about the customers. And this is what Elenium is actually doing. They are using Amazon Recognition for facial recognition, Poly for voice recognition, to enable smooth, paperless, contactless check-in and checkout experiences. And what they have benefit, they were able to process 60% traffic more efficiently in airports and reduce check-in time by 12 minutes. So that's a huge outcome for Elenium automation. Then comes customer service. So every travel industry would need a customer service section where the customers can call and have a chat with their customer service agents. So for that, we got Amazon Connect as well, which can help you to give a superior customer service at very lower cost. And so it can be set up in minutes, and it scales to support millions of customers. So it was very helpful during the COVID-19, where many customers used this Connect to handle this huge volume of calls today. And one of the case study is Priceline, which used this during the COVID-19, and it has seen a volume spike of more than 300%. And Connect were able to efficiently process all these calls immediately to their agents, and they would be able to handle it efficiently within 20 minutes of work that for per calls. And there were hundreds of agents, thousands of agents. They were sitting behind the desk, and Amazon Connect was able to serve all those thousands of agents very efficiently. Coming to optimizing the code operations, yes, it's one of the very important features where you need to optimize how you can optimize your normal workflow, how you can optimize probably your kitchens, your housekeepers, or how you can optimize the normal routing of vehicles. A lot of things in travel industry can be optimized and automated. So this is where you need forecasting to understand where you can optimize it. So Amazon Forecast will help you to get more insight from the data, like which are the areas you can optimize more in your complete workflow of an operations. So this is where Domino's actually used. So they used machine learning, Amazon SageMaker, for predictive ordering, where they were so Domino's actually faced the challenge of actually reducing the delivery time and pickup times. So this is where they use this predictive ordering to allow pizzas to be made even before the order is complete, just by predictive ordering. So what they get is like Domino's achieve pizza delivery in less than 10 minutes. That is where you see this ads that we used to see, 30 minutes method free. That is why they were able to give that kind of um, service to the customers, because back then itself they were using predictive ordering using Amazon SageMaker. Then comes reducing the IT costs. So obviously, running an IT is continuously will be very expensive. So you have to have an option to reduce the IT cost when your when festive season is lean, when there's no much traffic. You need to have a lower cost at the times compared to the when you have high traffic. So different kinds of levers in AWS will help you reduce your traffic. One such is EC2 Spot instance, which is available at 90% discount compared to a normal EC2 instance. And this will help you to run all those feature sets which actually doesn't need too much priority, or doesn't have too much traffic at very much cheap on very cheaper instances. Let's say, for example, you all know Swiggies and Zomatos, right? So the order booking and the menu selections are probably the most featured are the features which are used by the customers the most. But let's say, for example, updating the profiles of in your account. So that is one of the feature which might not be used so much. So for that kind of services, you can obviously use EC2 Spot instances, which will give you a much lesser um, um, cost compared to a full-blown EC2 instance where you are running and 24/7. So this is where we have seen Milia during the COVID-19, which is the third largest hotel chain in Europe. They were able to reduce the cost by moving to cloud, and they were able to reduce 58% of infrastructure costs by just moving entirely to AWS cloud. But having said all of this, nothing we cannot end this session without talking about the generative AI. So with generative AI, what do you get today? So one of the use case that you can create with generative AI is an Q&A conversational chatbot. So what it does is, like, instead of your customers calling your service agents and waiting for the call to respond, you can provide a completely proactive and reactive chatbot to the customers, but instead of calling, they can just type in their problems and it will give a solution or response based on the knowledge it has from your businesses. So the key features for this Q&A bot would be to give you a completely curated answer, it will be a natural text conversations. You will be able to build more productivity tools, and there are lots of services you can integrate together to build a more comprehensive solution. Instead of just building a chatbot, you can also build a voice bot, which can understand customer voices, customers problems in different languages, and give a solution where from or respond to that customer on the same language the customer understands. So this is one of the architecture which is already there. The solution is already there. Is completely self-deployable, which uses a generative AI service called Amazon Bedrock. Then we have a search service called OpenSearch, and it is front-ended by our chatbot called Amazon Lex, wherein you can when you deploy this kind of chatbot comes up in your application, wherein your users, your customers can type in the question and get the response very easily without even reaching the customer service agents. And these are the customers who are already using this Q&A bot. So like Kentucky Transportation, say DLT, Department of Labor and Training. So these are the customers who are already using this Q&A bot, and they were able to have achieve in and about 9 lakh chatbot interactions in a month. So with that, I will kind of end with one last example. Skyscanner, we all know we do a lot of bookings from Skyscanner at a cheaper rate than compared to other travel apps. So moving completely to AWS, Skyscanner was able to train hundreds and thousands of people, and they were able to scale at a very huge level, at a very high level compared to what they were running in on-premise today. So this is where the benefits of cloud and AWS you can bring into your travel industry and make your travel applications or travel business more more fruitful, or give a better digital transformation to your businesses. So with that, I will end my session here. Is there any questions that you wanted to ask? Okay, if there's no questions, then I'll probably hand over to HabileLabs. Shahid, if you are there, you can probably take over from here.
Yeah, hi, Bubai. Just thanks for the session. I'm just so my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, it is.
Yes, okay. So thanks for the very detailed and you made my job really easy. You explained very well about the cloud and AWS. So let me introduce myself. Myself Shahid Khan, and I'm working with HabileLabs, and I'm leading the AWS business here in HabileLabs. So let me introduce HabileLabs as well. So as a HabileLabs, we are an advanced partner, and we are one of the leading advanced AWS advanced partners North India region, and we have headquarters based in Jaipur. and we are also operating from Mumbai and Gurgaon offices, right? So as Babui very explained very well, like why what is cloud and what is AWS. He explained very well. So my task comes next, like why AWS? What is the role of AWS partner basically? Means so as a AWS partner, what is the role of AWS partner basically? AWS partner helps you adopt with the cloud services, right? If you are new to the clouds, an AWS partner will help you adapt to the cloud services and help you grow in your business, right? Apart from that, the main thing the AWS partner will help you is like a partner will enable you to focus on your core strength apart from focusing on the managing servers and all those things. So we will reduce your burden to manage servers, manage applications. As a partner, we will take ownership of that, and we will do to make you enable more on working on your core strength basically. So at AWS partner, advanced partner, I would like to highlight some of the achievements of AWS or HabileLabs. Like we are many badges you can see, like we are a service delivery partner, Lambda partner, public sector partner. We have applied for GenAI competency. We will clearing the soon. So these are the some certificate you can say kind of certification that's put a stamp on HabileLabs that we are doing very great at AWS partnership level. Moving next. Moving next, what I would like to say, what the role of AWS partner and what it does basically, right? So I would like to highlight as a, and I'd also like to highlight what HabileLabs gives you as AWS partner. So basically, when it comes to cloud migration, cloud and AWS, so basically there are four types of services and AWS partner will provide, like migration and custom solution, managed services, and something on AI and data engineering. So HabileLabs, as you can see, we are very good at migrating from on-prem to AWS. We have done a lot of migration from on-prem to AWS. We are good at migration from any other cloud like GCP, Azure to AWS. We are very good at that as well. When it comes to the migration, the one of the most major aspect is like right sizing and cost optimization. So we have helped many of the customers who right sizing. So basically, what right sizing is, just to give example, right sizing means if the server you have taken, is it properly utilized or not? If you have taken some CPU, some RAM, and it is 50% utilized or 30% utilized, means you are paying more and utilizing less. So HabileLabs help in that via cost optimization and right sizing. So one thing is that apart from that, we also help in modernization and enterprise solutions. So what is modernization basically and enterprise solution? So let's suppose you have application, you have already, everybody must have some application they have deployed on some, maybe on-prem or cloud anywhere. So what HabileLabs brings you, we help you to modernize your application, modernize in such a way that to optimally use the cloud services, right? Means cost optimize, right size, serverless, uh, pay only as much as you only use, and scale your application. So these all 4 5 aspects make your application modernized basically. Apart from that, we also work with like data recovery and backup solution. We have done lots of DR solution implementation of many clients, financial clients. Apart from that, what we do, we also means do the architecture reviewing basically. What if your application is deployed, what sort of architecture we have implemented. So we also consult on that. We consult on that, and if there is any improvement, we suggest them. And if customer agrees, we also help them to implement that basically, right? Uh, After that, we move to like managed services and DevOps basically. So as a DevOps, we help you in means establishing CI/CD pipelines or any sort of DevOps activities like infrastructure as code, and any pipeline we are help you for CI/CD pipeline and code deployment basically. Apart from that, we have a good team of data engineers, and we have very good team on GenAI. As I also mentioned in the previous slide, like we are in service delivery partner in GenAI competency. We have good team. We have done many use cases with different live means real time customers basically, and we are also doing some very good ISB applications like data lake, and we are using data lake and warehouse basically, right? So why we choose HabileLabs for AWS partner? So the first thing I would like to write, if you come to the AWS business, many of the partners, they are typical AWS resellers. What differentiate between AWS other partners and HabileLabs is that we are not a typical AWS reseller. We are solution provider. So just explain these things more. HabileLabs is not a 2-3 years old company. We are in a business in 2016, and we started our business as a custom development solution provider. We are a typical service-based company, and we have expertise in delivering different custom product basically. So that experience, we have bring that experience into our AWS team as well. So that enable us to understand your problem very well. And as we are into deployment as well, so we understand your problem very well, and we provide the deployment solution, or you can say the architecture diagram according to a need. So that's a very big advantage AWS. Anyone who is want to go to AWS. So HabileLabs is very effective on that part. Apart from that, we have a very good team, and we go to the proactive approach, and we have done a lot of migration basically. Moving to the next part, like what is our strength basically? The strength wise, I would like to highlight, like in if anybody from Jaipur, they must know Jaipur is a hub of like NVFCs. So we are working with almost all NVFCs that are based in Jaipur. Any client you name, Awas, I would like to any customer you take, we are working with NVFCs. Apart from that, NVFCs, we are working with means infra domain. We are working with fintech. We are working with healthcare domains. And not the least, we are working with hospitality and travel customers basically. Another part is that we have delivered multiple projects. As I mentioned, we have had many customers from moving to ECS, like Babu has said. There's the first means services like EC2. So we have helped many clients move from a typical deployment from EC2 to go to serverless, right? We have helped many customers. So that's our expertise in modernization. So as we have gathered here today, the agenda of today's webinar is like talking about travel and hospitality sector. So as a address partner, I would like to highlight the case of Culture Holidays basically. So Culture Holidays is basically a company based in NCR, and they are into travel and hospitality. They provide B2B solutions to the agents basically. They provide custom packages, tour and travel packages basically, and they have established in 2000 basically. So more than 25 years of experience they are having, and they have presence all over the world, but mostly they are operating Asia and Europe. Mostly they are working, but they have working in Europe, Latin America as well. Okay, so the problem we faced with cultural days last year, we have a lead to work on the cultural days. The problem cultural days was facing, as I mentioned, they have customer base in Asia and Europe, all over the world basically. But the problem they were facing, the latency issues. As the server was deployed in the one of the region of in Delhi, on-prem server was deployed. The major problem they were facing was latency issues. Latency issues where when user is sitting in some other different region and he is accessing the website from different region, so there is always an issue of slow response basically. So this was the major problem they're facing, and this was killing their customer base basically. And apart from that, second problem was that the frequent downtimes, as they were in they were in on-prem, the frequent downtimes were there. The problem was downtime was there. Let's suppose in India, if they in India basically they are present in all over the world. So if we go to the downtime in 11 a.m. or 11 p.m., it's always affect their business. If it's not affecting the business in Asia, it affecting the business in Europe. If not affecting the Europe business, it's affecting the Latin America business. So that's what the second major problem. Apart from that, as you see, this industry is based on seasonal based industry. In some particular season, a lot of hike is there, a lot of traffic is there. So the major problem they were facing on-prem servers, like or scaling issues, right? Apart from the second issue was means right sizing. They have 3-4 servers were there, but they were underutilized, and they were not sure with how to do. Their servers were underutilized, and but the site was not perfectly performing up to the expectation. So these were the problem. They came to us, and as soon as means we connected, we started the assessment with them. So the latency issues, the assessment we start with our team. Like latency issues, we discuss some of the very frequently used AWS service like CloudFront. We enable the CloudFront in their application, and apart from that, auto scalability is concerned. We help them to auto scale their application based on some seasons and based on the means weekdays. Basically, on weekdays, most of the customer using their websites basically. Apart from that, high level, we issue to instance we use that guarantees the high availability. And apart from that, we also means there we did the right sizing, the course, number of core CPUs and RAMs they're using. We also customize as per the need of the their application. So using these basically solutions like latency issues, scalability, cost optimization, and performance, we were able to solve their problem basically. These were the services we are included to issue means resolve the issues. Like first and foremost, like EC2 machines basically. Apart from that, we use some Lambda functions to write some trigger some events. We use database. Initially, they were using MySQL database, but we suggested to move to RDS to make the database more robust and basically manage. It's a managed database provided by AWS. So from database side, they have to think. They have to nothing to think, right? Apart from that, as I mentioned, to resolve the redundancy issues, we have used the CDN, and we also use the S3 bucket, and we also implemented the IAM user policy and WAF to protect the website from any attack. We also use the WAF. So these services we combine to provide the solution, and we help them from migrate to on-prem to AWS basically. This is the basically the business effect. If you talk about on the numbers, like after the migration, what the number brings basically, how we can judge the success. So if you can see the numbers, we have reduced 30% of their infra cost. We have make the availability or customer experience 50% faster, and the down time issue they are facing, we have reduced 99.99%, and these three combinedly brings the customer experience and security very effective. So these are the numbers since last one. It is not means we are saying of last 1 week or 2 weeks. It's a very constant number, and so since last 1 year, these numbers have been there, and it's a pure success, and customer is means very good with us. So I think to time limits, I will just like to end my session here, and I would means any question for me. If no, I think I would like to hand over to Vishwa to proceed with the next phase of Q&A.
Thank you, Shahid. Yeah. So coming to the ending part, we can also help you with some POC credits to try out the services on AWS. So if that works for you, you can continue to use the services. So this will the credits that will be given will be funded by AWS. So if anybody wants to try, please do reach out to us.
So POC credit, Vishwa, I would like to add one more point right here.
Yeah.
So POC credit is a basically it's a one of the mechanisms that AWS provide us for new customers to do some POC, because in that case, what if any, let's suppose your yearly cost is like $1,000, so we as AWS they bear the cost 10 to 20%, they bear the cost, and it helps the customer to start with AWS basically. So it's a very good initiative from AWS team, and it we have recent in last quarter we have provided 5-6 customers who will be POC credit, and they are using the means AWS now. So for that, any help it needed, you can connect with AWS team. You can connect with HabileLabs team anytime.
So if there are no questions, so we can drop off.
Okay. Okay. Thanks everyone for the session.
Thank you all for joining. Bye.
Thank you so much.
But मेरा agentic करने का